Recently I had an amazing experience as I was sitting and writing devotionals, and the devotional kind of unfolded right as I was sitting there writing, and it's about his flock. It's from Isaiah 40:11 in the first part of that verse. It says this, it says, "Like a shepherd, he will tend his flock. In his arms he will gather the lambs." This is a good reminder for all, sheep and shepherds alike. I am also reminded just now that all we like sheep have gone astray. Sheep and shepherds alike. All pastors and leaders are sheep. Hopefully that should help us to understand better what it means to be a sheep. The great shepherd is the shepherd of all humankind. This comforts me because pastoring can be overwhelming most of the time. I can't seem to tend enough for some, and others I can't seem to tend them at all as sheep. If tending is caring and feeding and watching, I must depend on the great shepherd lest I fall as a sheep myself or be overwhelmed. I will quickly be overwhelmed if I don't turn to him. The Lord is my shepherd too. You know, sometimes people tell me they don't want to bother me, and very, very seldom am I ever bothered. And mind you, sheep can be bothersome. People don't want to hear counsel, though most of us need it often, and all of us need it sometimes. My heart deeply goes out to the lost, the straying, the weak, the homeless, the poor, the addicted, the lagging, the self-destructive, the grieving, the joyful, the expectant, the sick, the needy, the discouraged, the depressed, the disenfranchised, the proud, the disparaged, the troubled, the guilty, the self-righteous, the innocent, the unborn, the prisoners, the weary, the dying, the lonely, the angry, the widows, the orphans, the bullied, the judgmental, the lazy, the abused, the anxious, etc., etc. That list could be twice as long. And the person who just walked by my car, obviously carrying a load they do not need or want, my heart goes out to them too, Lord. Let me pray this in closing. Great shepherd of your sheep, scoop them all up in your ever-loving arms, like lambs, because the ocean is so big, the waves are high and many, and my boat is so small. Thank you, great shepherd, for using me, protecting me, saving me, and scooping me up too, for I am in your arms. I want to add that before I wrote that prayer, and just as the person who walked by me, I didn't even finish my sentence because that person actually turned around and came up to my window and asked where the train station was. They were quite a ways from the train station, miles, and I stopped what I was doing, and they told me that they had just gotten out of detox and that they needed to go back to their sober living home. And so I got them in my car and loaded their stuff and took them to the train station and prayed for them. And as I was praying for this young man, it came to me that I knew him and that I had helped him some years ago. And when I was finished praying, I turned to him and I said, "Christopher, do you know that some years ago I helped you and your girlfriend?" And he said, "You know, I don't remember, but it wouldn't surprise me because people like you are few and far between." I was glad to be there for him that day, and that this sheep could help another sheep to find shelter and to move forward in their life before temptations came their way again. I care. Join me in caring for his flock.